Hello, how you doing? My name is Antonio. My page is Unapologetically Black 4209. I ask that you like and subscribe to the page. Share the video. I didn't discuss something with my people today about the Morant situation. The NBA do not have the right to suspend Morant for executing his Second Amendment rights, right? Morant is played for Memphis Grizzlies. Tennessee is a open and carry state. We're also in the United States, which has a Second Amendment right to bear arms. An employer, even it has it in his morality contract, or says it's immoral for him to follow the law of the land, should be unconstitutional. If an employer does not have the right to violate one's constitutional rights, how does an employer has the right to dictate which constitutional rights is afforded to its employees? That black people should find troubling. So using the fact that he is in the NBA and the fact that they are saying that that is immoral should be something that we as black people find troubling. The reason why we should find it troubling is because regardless of Morant's upbringing and him being a successful NBA player, him being a black African American with a weapon automatically associates him with gang culture. He did not have to be involved or do anything gang related. He just had to be black, young, and have a gun and be associated with gang and criminal culture. This is why it is looked down upon Morant for executing his constitutional rights, while people in Tennessee are donating money for politicians who send out ad campaigns with their whole family waving guns. It makes no sense that we hold athletes to a higher level of accountability than we hold our elected officials. These are the things that black people really have to understand that is going on with the Morant situation. The Morant situation is about black men being demasculated. Because if you ever looked at the abolitionary symbol, it was a black man kneeling. You do not kneel asking for freedom. You do not. This was the abolitionary symbol. Kneel demanding freedom, right? So any example of a black man, in order to be palatable to white people, must be kneeling. They must be a Shaquille O'Neal. They must be a Charles Barkley in order for you to be palatable to white people, in order to be marketable for advertisers. Let's be clear. That's what's being said, but that has nothing to do with the NBA. The NBA picked him based off his ability to score and play the game. And that's all the NBA has the right to judge Morant on. Now, whether his decisions is pleasing to advertisers or not is something up to Morant and how he chooses to market himself and how his team chooses to market himself. So let's be clear about that. The real issue with that's the real issue with that. So I want black people to really understand this, and I also want us to understand, to bring up the morality clause for the NBA and he signed the contract. Let's be clear, the NBA is the monopoly. There's no competing entity with the NBA. So yes, he signed that contract, right? And let's also remember that the NBA used public facilities. So to use public facilities such as the stadiums that they use are mostly publicly owned by the city or states that they are in, financed by the cities and states that they are in, right? So using public facilities and at the same time denying black people their right to bear arms. I also want to get rid of the notion before I conclude that Ja Morant actions influence other black youth to carry arms. Influence other black youth to perpetrate certain behavior. Let's get rid of this falsehood. What perpetrate black males to carry arms is the high death rate of black males. What creates the high death of black males is our economic condition. See, we want to address everything but the economic condition that create the gang culture in our community. We can blame it on everybody else as if he's an influencer. He's no more influencer than the people who push the laws that create the policies that impoverish black people in your community. That impoverishment is what creates the gang culture and violence in your community. Ja Morant has no part in that. He is not influencing anyone. He is influenced by the culture. Let's be correct about that.